You deserve a raise. You've known it for months, and you still haven't asked. Here's the part that doesn't add up. It's not fear of hearing no. It's something you're protecting, and in the next few minutes, you'll see exactly what it is. You've rehearsed it. In the shower, in the car, right before falling asleep. The exact sentence. I wanted to talk about my compensation. You've said it perfectly. In your head. Probably 30 times. You've opened the email. Written the first line. Deleted it. Told yourself you'll send it after this project wraps up. And then the next one starts. You watch someone else get the raise. Someone who's been there half as long. Someone who just asked, casually, like it was nothing. And you told yourself they got lucky, or their manager likes them more, or the timing was just right for them. And underneath all of it, one quiet sentence you keep repeating, they'll notice eventually. And that sentence has been buying you time for years. It's about to run out. But this isn't about confidence, and it isn't about not knowing your worth. You probably know it better than anyone. You've done the math. You know exactly what you bring in versus what you take home. The real reason is stranger than that. Asking would end something you've been protecting without ever noticing you were doing it. As long as you never ask, you get to believe you're worth more than they're paying you. The moment you ask and hear the real answer, that belief has to survive contact with a fact, and it might not. Here's the first thing going on. As long as the raise stays unasked for, you get to keep a story. Underrated. They just haven't seen it yet. That story feels bad, but it's survivable. It's even a little comfortable because it puts the failure outside of you. It's their oversight, not your risk. Ask and get a no, or worse, a number lower than you hoped, and the story flips. It's not, they haven't noticed. It might just be, this is what you're worth to them. That's a much harder sentence to sit with. So the silence isn't passive, it's a shield you built without ever deciding to build it. Second pattern. Somewhere early, a household where money was tight or where wanting things out loud got you called greedy, ungrateful, never satisfied, you learned a rule. Stated wants are dangerous. Not wants themselves, stated ones. The ones you say out loud to a person expecting them to act on it. So you built a workaround. You still want more, you just never say it directly. You work harder instead. You hope the extra hours translate into something without you having to name a number. Naming the number is the part that got punished once. Working hard without saying a word never did. That explains the silence. It doesn't explain the guilt. That's a separate pattern. And it's the one that convinces you that you don't even deserve to ask. Third pattern. You've confused gratitude with value. You're genuinely thankful for the job, the team, the fact that you're not looking for work right now. And somewhere along the way, that gratitude started standing in for a price tag. I should just be glad I have this quietly replaced. This is what the work is worth. Those are two different sentences answering two different questions. But they've been living in the same spot in your head. And asking for more money starts to feel like admitting you weren't grateful enough to begin with. And the fourth pattern is the one that hides best. You keep a ledger, not on paper, in the back of your mind. Every late night, every skipped weekend, every time you covered for someone, you're not keeping score to brag. You're keeping it so that one day someone else will look at it and say unprompted, you deserve more. Ask yourself, who exactly is supposed to find this ledger? That's the part that never happens. Because a ledger only pays out if someone else reads it, and nobody's reading it because you've never shown it to anyone. Asking directly feels transactional, almost dirty, like something a hustler would do, not someone who just quietly does good work. So you wait to be discovered instead of stating your price, and discovery, unlike asking, has no deadline. 4 patterns, one thing in common. Every one of them was built to keep you silent about your own price. Here's what happens the moment that changes. None of this makes you weak, or bad with money, or bad at your job. It makes you someone who learned early that stating a need out loud was riskier than absorbing it quietly. That was a smart adaptation once. It kept you safe in a house or a situation where asking cost more than it gave back, but you're not in that house anymore. The person on the other side of this conversation isn't the one who punished you for wanting things. They're just someone who runs a budget and responds to numbers, not silent effort. Here's the one shift. Stop treating the ask as a request for permission and start treating it as information. You're not asking them to decide if you're worth more. You already decided that. You're just telling them what you now expect to be paid for the work you're already doing. That's not confidence. That's just a sentence you're finally willing to say out loud. But there's a habit that cancels out every raise you'll ever get without you noticing it happening, even the ones you actually ask for and win. It's not about not asking. It's about what you do the second the money actually shows up. That one's next.